how could the festival use all of its skills and resources and capabilities of a festival to provide a platform for multiple projects in Auckland and attach it into the festival. And so really it was designed in a way that was completely different to what we normally do, in that it was designed to be a bottom-up process, so a consultative process with communities all across Auckland to basically go out and go, what is important to you? What is meaningful to you? What do you want to express? What do you want to create? And then match those communities with professional artists and then build from there.
It's about allowing people to feel empowered by their own stories through the medium of art. What do you see in your community? What are some of the issues? What are some of the things you really think are beautiful about where you live? And if you could change anything, what would you like to change or address? So really it was getting those conversations underway before we kind of brought it back to the programming team and said, here's what we're feeling in the community.
The most important thing is that the project is meaningful for the participants. So we're always looking to work with artists who work in a practice that does that. All of our whānui projects are free to participate in and free to experience. Whatever we do is in environments and places that are easy and familiar to the communities that they are for. So Whānui 17 was quite amazing because we just made it up as we went along. With the framework, we had goals that we wanted to hit, which was around accessibility and geographic location and diversity and all of those things, but we were really able to respond to whatever arose from the participants and from the artists and from the need. And that's quite a beautiful process, and we learnt a lot from that, which meant that going into Whānui 18, we were able to go, well, how much of that organic process do we want to keep, and how much of a more structure do we want to place around things?
Or how can we put structure into some of those things that need it, to push it along a little bit faster? It wasn't a cut and paste situation or you do it my way. It was kind of really allowing artists that would allow the community to guide some of their process of creation.
We did a project last year called I Spy, which was where we gave 40 kids a camera, and they basically made an exhibition of their own work. And so as the photographs started rolling into the office around sort of February, people started to gather around and view all these amazing photographs that these kids had done. And suddenly everything just drops away and the heart's just oh my gosh, this is amazing. It was a really great bonding thing for the festival team. Every project has had that alongside it, and so that means that going into it this year, we have huge buy-in from the staff at the festival. And a lot of learning from the staff at the festival too, who may be encountering areas or people or artistic process that they've not encountered before.
Working in the community arts, it's not just about the feel-good stuff. Out of working in that way in those communities, you're actually developing future talent, which is a huge part of community arts. That's where we're discovering all the new, fresh, innovative things that come out, and then it gets developed up in that scene.
It's about, new teachers and facilitators and doctors.
New ways of doing things, yeah. New experiences, new opportunities, new frameworks.
We can have all of these things going on in our lives that we find hard or stressful or painful or annoying or whatever, but nothing cuts through all of that like a shared arts experience can. And sometimes those shared arts experiences can be very challenging. Sometimes you don't know what's happening. Other times are very heartwarming and beautiful and loving. But I always come away from those experiences having learnt a lot.